and is one of us in the house, Bishop Peter Ogomuyiwa, who is the Bishop of African Church, Diocese of Abuja and the North, and also the coordinating chaplain of National Christian Center here in Abuja. Bishop, you are welcome.
Compliment of the season, happy celebrations.
And to our Imam, who is always around, but because of the digitalization of most of the things he does, he has been a wolf for some time. We welcome Imam Muhammad Nora Khalid, who is also the chief imam of Apo Legislative Quarters here in Abuja. Imam, you are welcome.
Thank you. Compliment of the season.
I'm not surprised because Imam is the Imam of all the legislatures in Nigeria. So
where something is happening.
Where the things are happening. Yeah. Imam, you are welcome once again because you know the implication of that. Before we go ahead to discuss fasting and sacrifice, because Bishop will tell us why fasting is sacrifice, or why fasting leads to sacrifice during this Easter period. Let me quickly go over some of the messages which we received recently. Somebody wrote, he said, "Good evening, the presenter. My name is Isa Abdullah. I'm highly delighted when your program is going on. May Allah guide you, the crew members." And me, is I'm saying, please, your program is the media to unity of this country. But I thought infidel means something that cannot take care of his family. Thanks, Samson A. from Ohafia.
I saw that text, and I thought I'm happy you are raising it here now.
Okay.
Infidel is not limited to a husband that cannot take care of his wife.
Okay.
What the passage is actually quoting says, a man that cannot provide for his home is more than an infidel. Infidel simply means someone that is an unbeliever, someone that does not even recognize the authority of God, the providence nature of God. So, as we define it the other day, infidel has to do with someone who lives a life that is empty and devoid of anything godliness. So, when it says, if a man cannot take care of his wife, it means he's failing in his responsibility as given even by the scriptures. So it's an infidel. Infidel in that term simply means he's an unbeliever. He's a fake Christian or a fake Muslim. So we have to be very up and doing, especially to our immediate family. Thank you.
Did you understand? Okay.
In as much as that quotation is concerned, we ought to understand that a person who neglects his responsibility as a leader of a home, he is worse than infidel. If he is worse, then we have to take care of that word, because the responsibility is serious. For instance, the banditry, the terrorism that the world is suffering, especially in Nigeria, for instance, is because of people are irresponsible. They produce more children
that they cannot cater for.
That they cannot cater for. And you see, the impact of that on the society is dangerous.
The impact of that in society is dangerous. Thank you. This one say, "Good day, sir. This program is wonderful, always on point. God bless you all." Frank from Ajao Estate. Mr. Frank, thank you so much. This one also writes, say, "Good evening, sir. I am highly moved whenever I hear this program. God bless you all." David Ijua from Benue State. Another one says, "I am happy for this program. Please keep it up. May God continue to keep us together. Amen." Ariri Caserius from Port Harcourt. I don't know how to pronounce the name well. This man writes, "Salam, Shalom. This program is a great ideal which will exist for long. Please let there be annual magazine or quarterly from Kalimullah." I don't know what he means by and probably we should be having a kind of magazine.
A kind of journal.
A kind of journal.
Program. It's good.
It's good.
Okay. But we are waiting for sponsorship. If we get sponsorship, we would know that all these things are things that are very easy to do. We even have more plans that more than that even we will have been like annual peace summit, interfaith peace summit, that will take care of everybody, that people will be able to see all our speakers face to face. You'll be able to ask them questions whether it's actually real or not. We have all these plans on ground by God's grace, but if you have sponsorship, that is where we'll be able to get this. But you can still call us send us your messages on 070-449-44949. Once again, 070-449-44949. And also you can join us on Radio Nigeria by 5 p.m. every Sunday at the same time when the repeat of this program is on NTA once again. And we thank you for listening. But let me read this man's message once again. He says, "Hello, my name is Duru Ebika Stanley Chibuzo from Owerri. Say, I advise people to hearken to this social and religious peacekeeping mission from the Abrahamic Mission Program. God bless you all." Another man writes, "I'm Ekpe Felix Soludo, texting from Abakaliki, that is the salt of the nation, that is in Ebonyi State." He said, "I like the analysis of the two gentlemen in the studio. Their point is clear. What one wear shouldn't be a problem among both the Christian and Muslim faith. What is happening in Kwara is uncalled for. The government should find a means of solving the case." Bishop, did you?
No. That we were able to deal with that at the last episode, and we have called on the Kwara state government to ensure that the peace that Kwara is known for is actually sustained under this dispensation. We do not see where all of a sudden something that have been in practice for ages. We have known our Muslim women to be putting on their hijab from ages, and we've known the way Christians dress. And this is not the time we now begin to politicize. Like I said at the last program, that most of the problems we have in Nigeria are artificial. Even economic problem is artificial because Nigeria is well blessed. And all these ones we are seeing now, they are still artificial, and they are political. Most of them are politically motivated. It's unfortunate that politicians now find the religion as a tool to pushing their selfish interest, which is very, very good. I would just appeal to our religious leaders from the church and the mosque, that is Christians and Muslims, not to allow politics to come, to divide us, because this religion has been there for ages. And I read something on social media recently now that one Igbo man built a mosque in, is it Anambra, or in one of the Imo states?
There's so many places.
He said the mosque was built in 1965. You see, and it was built by an Igbo man, a Muslim Igbo. So it means when I saw that, I said, so as far as back as 1965, there are Igbos that were Muslims. So now why are we painting it as if today it is new? So I think most of the things we are just like I once come across a doctor, a PhD holder doctor, a Sokoto indigene, who is a Christian. And he's a PhD. When I saw him, I said, "You mean you are from Sokoto?" He said, "Yes." "Or you were brought to Sokoto?" No, he said, "No, I was born, my parents, great-grandparents were born in Sokoto." And he's a Christian. So you see, many of these things that we are celebrating and pushing as if it is strange, it is alien. It's not alien. These religions have been there even before we were born. So if we don't find them, and we are now finding them, don't politicize it, don't offend God. God knows why I am a Christian. He knows why he is a Muslim. Many of us are in this religion by accident. That is, by accident of birth. Some of us may not have been what we are if we were not born into it.
Yeah,
so it is just, sometimes it's coincidence, sometimes it's divinely arranged. So whichever way you find yourself, please learn to accommodate it, not just even tolerating. We don't need to tolerate ourselves. Let us accommodate and appreciate ourselves, and then it will be better for us. Thank you.
And the way to accommodating one another is by understanding the essence of religion. Religion is meant to promote humanity. Therefore, we have to understand that we are first of all humans before we become religious. I am a human being before I become a Muslim.
Exactly.
And why is it that there is no religion culture in the animals? Because they don't have brain. So we have to use our brain and promote humanism first.
Exactly.
Yes, I think I agree with you. It's like when you bring so many children between the ages of 1 to 3 from different tribes, 1 to 6, from ethnic group, all of them will be playing together. They will not know this is black, this is white, this is Christian, this is Muslim, until when the wrong teachings began to enter their brain from their parents. And those are all from the environment where they live. So these are the things that you mentioned. Even a doctor from Sokoto. There's something many people don't know. One of the best Arabic Islamic school in Nigeria is the one in Ebonyi.
Can you see?
And it has been there as early as 1960.
Can you see?
The best Arabic school in Nigeria, Islamic school in Nigeria. I don't know whether you know the place.
Afipo.
Afipo. It's in Afipo. So you go there, you'll be surprised. You see so many scholars from there. Then you now realize, why are we fighting with ourselves? Why should, instead of us to use the opportunity God has given to you, the gift of this, the gift of that, we're supposed to bring it to the basket to promote wherever we find ourselves. We now want to use it to turn ourselves upside down. I think we are the one that is losing. That is just it. This man writes, he said, from Comrade Kayode Adegbite in Kaduna, humanity and love bring the entire world together as creature of God, while religion with different beliefs divide it. Now, between humanity and religion, which one does God love best and wanted man to embrace most?
Even the law of God, the Bible says, thou shalt not kill. It didn't say, thou shalt not kill
your religious
person or not. Thou shalt not kill. So it's a general statement which says you must not kill anyone, whether he's of the same faith with you or outside your faith. You must respect the sanctity of life.
And that is found in the Quran also. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالنَّفْسِ. And in the Quran it's even stated that for you to kill one person is equal to destroying the entire mankind. So how can you justify killing somebody or destroying human lives?
Okay. Let me quickly, because many people want their messages read. Many one say, my name is Ifi Okechukwu from Lagos. Please continue your good work. Thank you. This man writes that my name is Dan Pity from Pity Land. In regards to Kwara State, peace always reigns in situation when both parties respect opinion of each other. The schools are named purely with Christian names. Please, Muslims should take their children to where hijab, where they are allowed to wear hijab. It now still writes, initially when it started, said, after listening to the program, then it changed my mindset. Let's all accommodate each other in love. Down, Pity from Pity Land. I don't know how you get it. Initially, what he has been listening about Kwara, he has taken side as a Christian. So when he listens to the two sides now, he now discovered Abrahamic mission. In less than 1 hour, because he said after listening to the program, it changed my mind. My mindset, let's all accommodate each other in love. Dan Pity from Pity Land. I don't know where that Pity Land is. Well, one thing is this. You can see the implication, the impact of information, which many of us are lacking. You just hear one thing and you begin to talk where you don't even have the correct or the right information about the thing you are talking about. And this is what we should try as much as possible. Whenever anybody comes to you with a particular news, wherever you read it, take time, try to find out before you investigate. Investigate. That's your investigation will set you free. They said, you
shall know the truth, and the truth will
set you free. So I'm trying to quote the Bible and the Quran together in one verse, that when anybody comes to you with a particular information, investigate. And when you investigate, you have known the truth, and that truth will set you free. Thank you. These are two verses of the Quran and Bible are joined together in English. This one says, thank you for a good program. we must understand that we are in a nation where politicians exploit all sensitivities to divide the populace for cheap political goals. And some miscreants in both religions also want to cause social upheavals. My advice to Abrahamic is to stand firm for the truth and avoid any of the aforementioned. May God guide you. Muhammad Ali Yerima, Niger State. I think this is it. But we have been talking about politicians. Are politicians not religious? Are they not human beings? Are they not part of us? Why is it that everything is about them, about them, about them, about them? I think we should devise a way of making them to reason the way we that they are leading, the way we reason. Because this one we say anything bad, politician, anything bad, politician. Does it mean politician, they are animals?
No.
So since we know it is no.
I think the only problem is that some criminals have hijacked politics.
Okay.
They are perpetrating criminality
in the name of politics.
In the name of politics. That is the truth of the matter.
Bishop, do you agree with him?
I think I totally agree. Because if you really say you are a child of God, you are a believer in God, and whatever you believe in, you should carry it to your public activities. And politics is about reconciling different interests in the society. So if you have to reconcile, if you have to bring his interest with this interest in order to move forward, then you must do it with the fear of God. So if you are a politician and you are not doing things to reflect the religion that you really believe in, then something is wrong somewhere.
Very soon we are going to invite some politicians who want to discuss politics and faith. Very soon we will look for the best among the politicians who will come forward to say you want to discuss politics and faith. Let me read this one as the last message for today. This one says, thanks very much for the very excellent and very enormous unity of our dearest country, Nigeria, which has eluded us for 107 years, 1914 to 2021. You are doing, okay, he said for the work which you are doing, I humbly suggest a little shift in the timing on Fridays from 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. to enable more Nigerians access to this your very excellent program, because it is very common knowledge that majority of we Nigerians go to bed from 10 p.m. God bless you. God bless you all and all Nigerians in the name of our almighty greatest God. Amen. Evangelist Joseph Folorunsho Awuba Mishe, 83 years old man. Anglican Church of Resurrection, Harmony Estate, Eleyele, Ibadan.
Okay.
It means you know him.
I think it's the suggestion is right. Well, it depends on the space the NTA itself.
No, let me even give you there. The problem is solved. We have 11:30 to 12:30 every Friday, the live of the program, and the repeat program 5 p.m. No matter what, I think it's one of the best time every Nigerian. If you are going to the church on Sunday, and also Radio Nigeria is also carrying it, FRCN, throughout the nation. So any FM you have in your area that is having Radio Nigeria, be rest assured that you will listen to it 5 p.m. every Sunday. So we want to thank you for this, your suggestion. We want to appreciate you, and we want to thank all those who have been sending messages. Don't forget, you can also be part of it by sending your message to 070-449-44949. Once again, 070-449-44949. That's the number to send WhatsApp messages and SMS messages. Please do not call. Thank you. We'll now go on a very short break now. When we come back, we'll now come for the topic of the day.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
You are welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Abrahamic Mission. And the topic we are discussing today is fasting and sacrifice. We want to congratulate our Christian brothers and sisters, wishing them happy Easter. And we pray that the what we're supposed to have this time around will not elude us. And we use this time to pray for our country, that as our Christian brothers and sisters, they are celebrating, we know they will also pray to God to forgive us and to have mercy on us in this country. And to join me in the studio is Imam Nura Khalid, who is the Chief Imam of Apo Legislative Quarters here in Abuja. Imam, you are welcome.
Thank you. And
Bishop will do so many things for us today. He's the Bishop of the African Church of Abuja and the North, Diocese of the Abuja and the North, and also the Coordinating Chaplain, National Christian Center, popularly referred to as National Ecumenical Center. Bishop, you are welcome.
Thank you. Happy celebrations.
This is Easter period.
Yeah.
But Easter, to many people, they might not understand. But notwithstanding, I know Easter is a time in which the main teaching of Christianity lies. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And it's also coming at a time when the Muslim fasting is about to commence. Then it means there's one thing that unites us, that no argument, as Christian, Muslim, and even a Jewish person, it's fasting. This week which we are, to the Christian, is referred to as the Passion Week. The Passion, when the trial of Jesus started, up to the level that he was crucified, up to the level that he was raised from the crucifixion or from the dead. Although I'm not qualified to talk about that, Bishop will actually explain that one to us. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing all that? But something led to it, and that is the 40 days and 40 nights of fasting, which is popularly referred to as fasting. What is fasting, Bishop?
Well, again, I want to thank you for the privilege to be here to discuss very salient issues affecting especially the Christian faith. Jesus Christ, like we said before, started his ministry with 40 days fasting. That is day and night. He fasted for 40 days. And that shows to the entire Christendom that fasting is very important. You use fast to begin a program in life, just like Jesus did. You use fast to seek the face of God, to ask God for his mercy. When you wrong the Lord, that is when you commit a sin and you really want pardon of your sin. When you join your prayer with fasting, it will accelerate the answer. It will make that prayer to be answered quickly. So fasting in the Bible, we have instances where people fast. In fact, there is also a national fast where the whole nation is called for fasting. Fasting has to do with depriving yourself of food and drinks. When you deny yourself of what is very essential in life to the body, then, and for the sake of spiritual nourishment, sometimes you can decide to stop eating and drinking. If it has no spiritual inclination, then it is not fasting.
Yes.
So fasting has to do with when you deny yourself of food and drink for the purpose of seeking God's mercy, God's face. That is fasting. So if I am allowed to go further, so you can see in Christianity, fasting played a very, very prominent role to a Christian. If you don't give yourself into fasting, you are not a strong Christian.
Okay.
We have seen also in the Bible where when at difficult times, for instance, Queen Esther, when he was to approach the king on behalf of the Jews for liberation, she had to go into fasting and praying, and she called for a national fast to his people. And they did that, and she was able to gain the favor of the king. In the book of Joel also, he also called for a solemn assembly, a period for fast. Joel chapter 2 talks about the nation had to call for fasting. So when you fast, when David offended God, King David, what he did was to throw himself into fasting and praying, and God showed mercy on him. So as a child of God, if you are looking for something from the Lord, apart from asking for forgiveness, you also desire something, and that thing you have been doing it earnestly, and it's as if result is not coming. Throw yourself into fasting, deny yourself of food for some time, and then you will see how God will come to your aid, and you'll be surprised. So that is so. Christianity has to do with fasting and then praying. Prayer plays a very, very great role in the life of a Christian.
Okay. Although I would still come back, you said fasting is one of the most important things in the life of a Christian. But some Christians today, they don't see anything in fasting. They believe everything is grace, grace, grace. But I'm coming. I want to go to Imam first. I know Muslim too also fast. To you, what is the definition of a fasting?
Fasting.
Or what does it mean?
Fasting means abstinence from eating, drinking, and sexual lust from daybreak to sunset, with the intention of drawing one closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The same definition?
The same definition.
Okay.
We cannot say that there is much differences in fasting, because according to the Quran, all the Abrahamic religions have been ordained to fast. Going by Quran chapter 2, verse 183, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. O you who believe, fasting has been made obligatory upon you as deed for those who are before you. Those before you is referring to the Christendom and the Jews. So fasting is almost the same, but ways of doing it may differ.
May be different.
Yeah. So that is
definition of
the definition of fasting.
I was reading a book, Encyclopedia Britannica. In Encyclopedia Britannica, he explained on the article fasting. He said the concept of fasting is common to almost all the religions of the world. The idea, the time, the motive by the different, but there is no single religion that does not have a say in fasting. That is how Encyclopedia Britannica explain fasting.
Now, coming to the question that some Christians don't believe in fasting.
They don't value it much again from the way you have.
The reason is very simple.
What is the reason,
It's
sir?
because in Christianity, fasting is, like you have said, is an obligation. It is a voluntary aspect of depriving yourself of food and drink and all other worldly things. It is voluntary. So if you don't fast, it does not mean you cannot make heaven. You see, fast is just is a tonic to expedite your prayers. When you pray and you want to really show sacrifice, you want to really show commitment to that prayer. When you add fast, it makes it more. It makes it more effective. So it is not as if you don't fast, God does not answer your prayers. You know, the flexibility is there. When you fast, it's just like I want something from you, and because I want it from you, I go extra mile in convincing and persuading you to getting it. But there are some people that they don't have to go extra mile. When I say, Imam, I want this from you, you usually give. So some people are just favored. You get it easily. So, and some people, until they do it and do it and do it before they get results. So fasting helps you to get a quick result from difficult situations. But if you don't fast, you still get results to yourself. So Because of that, on that premise, some people feel, well, it's not important to fast. But I just pray that you don't have a situation whereby you will have to force yourself to fast. Because there are some problems that ordinarily yourself, you just say, no, I'm not eating, I'm not drinking, I'm not meeting my wife. I want to cry to the Lord. You will roll yourself on the ground. So situations call for some of these things, and then people will now say, no, I really need to fast to show seriousness. But when the matter is not too serious, sometimes they say, well, I can pray and God will answer. So that is it. So
I know you want to do that. Please, I'm sorry. I know. Please just hold it. This thing, there's something I know Catholic people used to do. They call it novena.
Yeah.
Does it involve? I know you might not know it. Does it? Or you know it? Okay, you must know novena. Does it briefly? Does it involve fasting too? And this one on a lighter mood. That's why you've not been giving me something, because I'm not taking extra mile. So go ahead, sir.
Like I said, the general thing is that fasting in Christianity is voluntary.
Okay.
So if it is voluntary, it means
Imam, don't forget what you want to say.
It is not compelling.
Okay.
But it is very important.
Okay.
It is important because once you hard fast, it shows that you are very committed to what exactly you are asking for. Okay. And it makes it easy for you.
Okay.
Well,
you didn't answer my one, but go ahead, sir.
Going by the Quran, to complement what he said, fasting was ordained for us so that we complement the piety, so that we improve our piety. And you know, piety is all about devotion and spirituality. Bringing devotion with spirituality together will now give you piety. And without piety, you cannot ask the Almighty to give you something quickly. If you are pious, you ask him, he will give you.
Okay.
This is different from grace. You know that he is a merciful Lord. He can give grace to anybody.
At any time.
At any time.
Yeah.
But now you are requesting for something special, and you have to be special. To make yourself special, you need to be pious.
Okay.
And to increase that ability of being pious, you need to increase your piety.
Okay.
And that piety is going to be devotion and spirituality.
Okay.
And that two together are found only in fasting.
Well,